Before the Beatles officially disbanded in 1970, the members had already begun focusing on individual projects. John Lennon, in particular, had indicated his desire to leave the group as early as 1969, describing the separation in personal terms. The band's internal conflict had been building over time, especially during the tense sessions for the White Album in 1968, a period that even saw Ringo Starr briefly step away from the band. These issues carried over into 1969 as the band worked on the project initially titled Get Back, which would later be released as Let It Be, their final album. Tensions reached a boiling point during this time, resulting in George Harrison walking out for a short period following disagreements with Paul McCartney, although he eventually returned. Meanwhile, John had already started pursuing solo endeavors. Alongside Yoko Ono, he formed the Plastic Ono Band in 1968 and released 2 experimental albums over the next 2 years. This collaboration marked a shift away from traditional pop music and toward more avant-garde expressions. One of the Plastic Ono Band's earliest and most influential tracks was Give Peace a Chance, written by John as a response to the Vietnam War. Released in the latter half of 1969, it quickly became a rallying cry for the anti-war movement in the United States and climbed to the 2nd spot on the UK charts. The song was conceived during the final days of a peace protest held by John and Yoko in their hotel room in Montreal. Surrounded by reporters and various public figures, the recording session turned into a symbolic moment for the movement. This track marked John's first independent release outside of the Beatles. Although John was the primary writer of Give Peace a Chance, it was originally attributed to the Lennon-McCartney partnership due to an earlier agreement that ensured joint songwriting credits. John later shared that he regretted not recognizing Yoko Ono's contribution to the song and believed she deserved co-writing credit instead. Some analysts, such as author Ian MacDonald, have suggested that this credit decision was John's way of acknowledging Paul's involvement in previous collaborations, like The Ballad of John and Yoko. Later releases of Give Peace a Chance were amended to credit only John as the songwriter. The track went on to become a significant cultural and political anthem. One of its most memorable moments occurred in November 1969, when around 500,000 demonstrators, led by musician Pete Seeger, sang it during a major anti-war protest in Washington, D.C.